everybody, it's Michelle, and today I've got for you a HIIT style mat Pilates workout using a set of hand weights. So mine are 4 pounds. You can do whatever weight that you would like that you have at home. So we're gonna do 2 circuits of exercises. So there'll be 4 exercises per circuit. For each exercise, we'll do 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, and then we'll repeat that circuit twice through. Okay, so let's just get right to it. It's going to be a lot of arms and abdominals mostly, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so come on down to your mat and we'll start with our first exercise. So we're going to be lying on our backs with our legs up in tabletop and the weight's right by our shoulders. So my elbows are bent. Now, as I straighten my arms, I'm going to kick them down by my sides and extend one leg to straight and then reverse that. Now, you can do this leaving your head on the mat, or you can let your head, neck, and shoulders follow that movement and come up into flexion. You could also not ever set your head, neck, and shoulders down. That would be even trickier. Yes. Let's do a few more. Now, if you'd like, maybe let's go a little bit faster. Start reaching the legs a little quicker, brushing by each other. Stay up in that flexion if you'd like. We'll do 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then lay yourself on down. Very nice. Okay, next we're going to roll to our side. You're going to come up onto one elbow, use just one weight, bend your bottom knee, reach the top leg long. Now, push the weight into the floor and you're going to lift your bottom hip up. Now, pull the arm with the weight to the ceiling, replace it down, and then lower your hip. Do that again. Push, pull through, replace, and then lower. Good. So I use both arms to help get the hip off the floor at first. Okay. Now, if you'd like to take this one step further, you're going to also lift the leg when the arm reaches up and then come down. Yes, 1, reach, lower, and touch. Good. Few more sets. Have this shoulder right over top of the elbow. Last time. And then come all the way down. Whew. All right, good. So come on over to your new side, bend the bottom knee, come down onto the elbow, draw the ribs up, and then start lifting the hip, pulling, reversing, and then lowering. Good. Lift, draw the arm, return, and then lower. So good. Keep this arm nice and close to your body. Feel that whole bottom side, hip and glute working. Good. Now, if you're ready, this long leg is going to lift and lower with the arm. Very nice. Good. Feeling super active underneath this bottom side lat. Good. Keep your chin back, neck long. So good. Few more. Really push into that weighted hand to help on the initial lift and then come all the way down. Very nice. All right, take your weight in one hand. I'm going to put mine in my right hand. Second time through, we'll do the other hand. So turn your legs out hip width apart. Free hand goes down, head on it, and your arm with the weight reaches right back. So rest the weight up on one side. Now, we're just going to press and take the weight away from the ground and then touch down. Yes, so it's not our spine. We're just doing a single arm press back. Whew. Now you're welcome to do this without the weight if yours is too heavy. So by not moving the spine, we're just isolating this shoulder movement. Yes, this kind of tends to be a kind of restricted place for some of us. Yeah, so good to work on. Now, if you'd like, you're also going to add the spinal extension to it. So as the arm lifts, so does the spine, and then come down. So it might feel like the arm isn't reaching quite as far. That's okay. Last 2, elbow can stay down, or it can come up to give you a bigger extension, and then go ahead and relax. Whew. Very nice. All right, let's do that one more time. So come back down onto your backs. This time we're going to reverse the arm movement.
So start with the arms straight. When the legs reach, bend the elbows. So it's more of a bicep curl action. Very nice. Reaching one leg nice and low. Now again, if you'd like, you can flex up on the reach of the leg and then return. Never touching the weights to the floor is more challenging. You can rest them if you need to. Good. Now the last choice would be to keep your head, neck, and shoulders up. Now let's go a little faster for our last few sets if you can. Reaching, the legs brushing by each other. Last two. Last one. And then come on down. Whew. All right, roll over. Now for our second set of these side planks, if you'd like, let's try 2 straight legs, same exercise. So we have to rely on those 2 hands a little more to help us come up, replace, and lower. Now you can do this with stacked ankles or with your feet staggered, one front, one back, whichever feels more doable to you. Or of course, go back to our original knee down version. Okay, now maybe start to add the lift of that top leg if you'd like. Pull, replace, lower. So good. So a lot of work for that bottom arm. It's one of the hardest things is to support all our weight sideways on one arm. Yeah, so don't be discouraged. This is definitely hard. Whew. And then come on down. Oh, so nice. All right, flip over, pass the weight to the other hand.
And come on down to this new side. So set yourself up, pick if you want to do the 2 straight legs, elbow heavy into the mat, and then we'll start lifting the hip, threading the arm, and then reversing. Good. So a lot more work here with the 2 straight legs. Yes, puts a lot more weight into the arm and the shoulder and challenges the bottom side of the hip. Good. Feel like the ribs are dragging up to the ceiling. Good. Now, if you'd like, this top leg is going to float with the reach of the arm and then return and lower. So good. Lift and then chest open. That's it. Spine stays long and neutral all throughout. So good, you guys. Last one. Big reach and lengthen. Good. And then come all the way down.
Last one. So now I'm going to go weight in my left hand. You be sure you're doing the other arm that you haven't done yet. So legs turned out. Head rests on the back of the free hand. Start with just the arm. Press and lower. Good. So isolating the mobility in that shoulder. Press and lower. So good. So obviously the higher the hand gets from the floor, the more difficult that is for the shoulder. Okay, and for the tricep and all those muscles. Now, if you'd like, head is going to come off the hand, find a back extension, and come down. Now, that's tricky with only one arm holding the weight. That makes it really hard to keep your shoulders square. So good. Your elbow can come off the ground for a bigger back extension. Last one. Whew. And then come on down. All right, drop your weight. Push yourself back to your heels. Take a quick stretch for under those arms. All right, time for our second circuit. We're going to use only one weight this time.
So grab your one weight, hold it in one hand, and then get onto all fours. Now bend that elbow to 90 degrees, and you're just going to swing that arm up and out to the side and then drop it down. So moving from the shoulder, be sure to take your wrist with you. Yeah, that's the hard part. Since the wrist is holding that weight, it kind of wants to stay behind. So you have to really drive up and out and just see how far you can get in that direction. Now, when you're ready, your opposite leg is going to do the exact same movement, swinging from the hip to its own side. Good. It's almost like dog on a fire hydrant action through the leg. Good. So challenging for the abdominals to maintain our spinal alignment here and then come on down. So good. All right. Next, take that same arm. You're going to bend the elbow and go into a tricep press position. So take the elbow back, hover the opposite knee, and we're going to kick the arm and the leg back and then return. So we're doing a leg extension and an elbow extension. So nice. So now we have one less base of support here on these 2 points going out and in. That's it. Try to time the arm and the leg together. Now, if you'd like, we're going to add flexion of the spine on the bend and then lengthen back on the extension. Good. So you might have to slow your movement down a little bit. You got to sneak that knee way underneath your body. Good, almost done. Feel those abdominals really carving up and in. Good, and then bring yourself on down. All right, so set down that weight and you're gonna go on that same elbow of the hand that was holding the weight, and then you're gonna look back over the opposite shoulder. Now, tap your opposite leg out to the side and you're gonna lift it and lower it. So this is the same leg that was doing the work in those last 2 exercises. So staying with this same leg, really getting it burning a little bit. Good. So rotating to look up, push into that hand that's flat on your mat. So good. You want to draw up underneath through those abdominals to support the spine against this big leg movement. So good. A few more times, tapping and lifting. The further forward your foot is, the more challenge into those outer thighs to lift it and lower it. Good. All right. Come on down. So now we're going to add on to this, which is not easy at all. We're going to add a bend and stretch of the leg at the top. So come on down into that same setup. So we're going to be with that leg up a little longer. Lift it. You're going to flex the ankle and bend the knee, kick and point, and then tap the foot down. Good. Lift, hold the thigh, bend at the knee, reach, and lower. So good. If the ankle action is too much to think about, then just focus on the knee. Okay, good. We'll do a few more sets here. Not easy. Keep going. You can totally do it. Good. Let's do a few more, drawing up through the ribs. Awesome, you guys. Good. Getting there. Really draw the heel towards your sitting bone and then come all the way down. Whew. So good. All right, so next we're going to do the opposite side, holding the weight. So grab your weight in your opposite hand, bend the elbow.
So you're going to swing that elbow and wrist out and down, away and return, especially if you've got heavy weights. This is very tricky, so you're welcome to do it without. Now, option 2, swing the leg away from center as well. So same movement, just coming from the hip rather than the shoulder. Good, really sending that bottom hand hard into the floor. That's it, drawing the ribs up. Very nice. Last few. Long through the spine. Last 2. Last 1. Whew. Very good. Okay, next is our tricep kickback with the leg extension. Okay, let's start with just the limbs, and then we'll add in that flexion of the spine. So elbow pulls high, knee hovers off the floor, and we start to kick arm and leg away and return. Bend and stretch. Very good. You're welcome to do just one or the other if this is too much. Now, starting to add on the spine, bend the knee and elbow, flex like you're trying to give your knee a kiss, and then kick back long. Round. So getting those abdominals going a little bit more, and reach. Slow this down enough so that you feel under control. If it's too crazy, eliminate the flexion. Last 2. Last 1. And come on down. So good. All right, no more weight. The hand that was holding the weight, that elbow comes down. Other hand flat. Tap the toes of that leg that we've been using off the side of the mat. The more forward it goes, the harder it is. So I'm going to start kind of back at a 45-degree angle, and then we'll see how it goes, yeah? Now this is deceiving. The top leg is the flashy one, but your bottom outer thigh is working like crazy as well to keep that stacked femur. Very good. Oh, feels kind of good to be in this nice rotated position. Really drive those arms into the floor. Good. When it gets hard, you can come back to your breath. Focus on something besides that leg. Whew. Last two. Last one. Ah, good. All right, you guys. Last one. Bend and stretch. So now 4 movements instead of 2. Okay, here we go. So tap the foot, starting the same way. Ribs up. We lift and stay. Bend so the heel comes to the sitting bone. Kick and lower. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, in, out, down. Good. Now you leave that thigh nice and still as you draw the heel in and out. Oh, so good. Almost done. When in doubt, come back to that breath. Good. If you're starting to hyperventilate, close your lips. Try to breathe in through your nose. Last one. Whew, and then down. My leg got lower and lower the more we did. Whew. So good, you guys. All right, let's finish with a little cool down just to kind of recenter us after all that. So sit on your mat with your feet flat. Place one hand on your kneecap. Other arm is going to reach forward. And then we're going to take some arm circles. So you're going to rotate as the arm goes behind you, eyes follow it, and then sweep back through. Good. So you can have a nice grip of the hand on the knee to help you get taller and twist deeper. Very good. Okay, and let's go the other way. We did a lot of work for our shoulders, so just kind of giving them one last little movement. Circle and close. Good. Last one, pulling with that arm to grow tall. Good. Let's do the other side. Reach the arm out, drop the hand, and circle. Good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Allow a nice movement through that upper spine. Reverse. Go up to go back. Leave those thighs pointing forward so the bottom, lower body's nice and grounded. All right, rest both your hands on the mat. Slide your fingertips forward. Take a forward fold. And then find a few deep breaths as we hold this rounded back. Good. Maybe your head pulls you a little deeper. Good. Now to finish, sit up tall. Place both hands on your knees. Lift your chest. Pull with your arms and just look up towards the ceiling. Open up through your sternum. And then relax. All right, we are done. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked today's workout, please give it a like. Leave me a comment down below if you have any feedback or ideas for future videos. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with a friend. And I'll see you next time. Bye.